Folks, how you doing? It's your main man, HUBERT Guy. I almost messed up my own name. Look at my tongue slurring already. Because I got a hot day of shows that I'm recording today. I got my man Ed Cash lined up. I got my man Dexter Henry lined up. I got my girl Tiffany Handy lined up. Right now, you here in the Actors Cut with HUBERT Guy. I got my man Ed Cash. Ed, what's cracking with it? How's everything, man? I'm glad you could come down and be on the show. You know what I'm saying? He's a hot young hip-hop artist here in Harlem. Harlem, everybody know that's my second home. Shouts out to Harlem. We getting it down, we getting it in. East Side, definitely, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk to him. We're going to find out what he's got going on. He's going to spit some hot 16s for us. He's going to let us know what he's got coming up. And we're going to have a great little show right here. So, Ed, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Well, I'm from the east side of Harlem. Call me Eddie Cash, Ed Cash, Young Dun Dada, you feel me? I've been doing this rap shit for a little while. You know, probably started taking it serious a couple years ago, man. I'm on the come up. My tape is dropping before the end of the summer. For the end of the year, I'll give it that couple more months. It's called The Arrival. Stay tuned, man. Look out for it.
Mm-hmm. So coming up in East Harlem, who are some of your influences? Because I know Harlem has a lot of rappers that have came out of there, and you know it has a rich history. New York just within itself has a rich hip hop history. So who were some of your influences when you started picking up that pen and that pad?
Well, I would be considered part of the new school, but you know I listen to a bunch of old school people coming up. Dipset was one of my biggest influences. You know, 10 years old, printing Dipset lyrics out, singing them in my room, practicing. You know,
right.
Some of the older people, you know, I listen to Big L a lot. It's kind of right there. Mace, you know, coming up. Some of the people now, Dave East, I listen to is the new wave coming. You know, more of the old school legends. You know, they taught me what I know now today.
Right.
Coming out of Harlem.
So those are the people that you listen to get your style, because
definitely
I notice with. You know, it's a lot of garbage out there. You know, it's a lot of people making money on a lot of garbage out there. You know, a lot of these songs I can't even understand, man. This mumble rap, like what's his name, Lil Yachty or whatever his name. I just was watching something on Facebook about him, and he was, if I want to make a song that says, yeah, I'm gonna turn up. I ain't gotta write a code 16. And, you know, and it was just like the dude that was on Team Backpack that was saying, dude, if you don't take the time to want to perfect your craft, why are you even doing this? Hip-hop is about lyrics.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? This is, you know, it wasn't the mumble lounge, it was the lyricist lounge. You know what I'm saying? You gotta respect these people that have paved the way for you to even be able to have you sit there and say some nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my opinion on it is, you know, of course, coming from the 70s where it originated, South Bronx and whatnot, it came from MCing. You know, lyricism was a prevalent part in hip-hop.
DJ Kool Herc.
Yeah, facts, you know. African Bombada, all them old heads. But now it's kind of like you see a new wave of, I call it energy rap. I wouldn't put it in the same genre, but it's still considered hip-hop due to the fact that they're, you know, rhyming words and whatnot.
I think that's something that we should, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm going to let you get right back. But I think that it shouldn't even be considered hip-hop, what they're doing, or rap, because it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's more like chants and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it would still be under the branch of rap, but you know, I think hip hop should be its own category. You know, for some people to have lyricists, punchlines, and whatnot. Because don't get me wrong, sometimes in the club you hear the song, you want to turn up to it. You know, it got the energy to it, it got the melodic flows and whatnot. So I would still call it rap, but it wouldn't be hip hop. It should be in a subgenre. That's what I should. That's That's how I think about it.
It should be in a subgenre of bullshit. I'm sorry to say that. Hey, but you know, I'm just speaking from my heart because you know, one of the first things that I started doing when I first got into the entertainment industry when I was a little kid was rhyming. And it's so cold. I still know my first rhyme that I ever wrote because I used to battle fools all the time and slam on the bus with that rhyme in 8th grade. Shout out to 1988, 1989. Holla at your boy, Northwestern Junior High. You know what I'm saying?
Back.
But I mean, lyrics are important. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
The beat is important, but you know, it's about what you and you can define yourself by being a lyricist. You know, you can spit about different things. You can spit about the money, you can spit about the women, the fame, you know, but there's also different things that you can spit about. You can Cassidy is a great example of a very versatile rapper.
Definitely.
He'll come and kill you with the battle rap and then hit you with some party rap and then hit you with some conscious rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in my opinion, I don't think storytelling rhymes will ever fade out the picture of hip hop. You know, that's what it came in as, and you can always relate to it. You know, it hits harder at home when you hear something that relates to you, how you came up, wherever you came from. So that's why I feel like it'll always be relevant in the rap game. People like Cassidy, people who tell stories in their rhymes and not just talking about the money and the clothes. You know, that's all cool. A lot of people always want to hear that, but sometimes you gotta break it down and get a little serious. That's what make you last longer.
That's what makes longevity is the key. You have to be, you gotta be not only talented, but also business minded as well. You know what I'm saying? Who you think is some of the hottest rappers out right now? Like if you could say 3 rappers right now that you think is killing the game, who would you name?
All right, on the biggest level, you know, on the mainstream level, one of the people I listen to more is Meek Mill. You know, you getting a lot of criticism over the Drake situation, shit, whatever happened and whatnot, but I could always fuck with Meek Mill because he give you that hut. Like, we come from the same place, so you know it's like he tell his stories and it hit right there. Like, I feel like I'm in the rap with the nigga. Like, I'm hearing exactly what he's saying. It's like, and then he got his song, he got the party songs, he got the whole package, you know? So that would be one of them on the mainstream level. Well, look, one of the people I look up to from my hood, Dave East, you know, he's a good rapper. He coming up, he's storytelling the same aspect, you know, it gives people from my hood motivation, you know? And let me see, third rapper on the come up. I don't even know, man. I would say somebody I could always listen to would be Drake. You know, Drake. You know, he don't write all his shit. For me, that's another conversation.
Right.
But he got the songs.
No,
you can't
so
be mad
let's talk about it.
Songs,
I like Drake too, even though he's light skinned.
Yeah, light skinned gang.
He's a great rapper. He's a great entertainer. You know what I'm saying? He does a great hosting job when he's on SNL. But let's talk about that. You just touched on something. Some rappers don't write their own material. How you feel about that right there?
Well, all my rhymes, I wrote all of them, to be honest with you. But, you know, you come to, I guess they see it as you get to a certain level and the song has to always be that good, so you may need a team or something. I want to do it personally, you get what I'm saying? But I guess the way it is now in generations, if the product is good, they don't really care who's making the product. As long as the product is good, it's good service. So I disagree with it. I wouldn't do it personally, but it's been relevant in the game since the beginning of time. So how can, like, you know what I'm saying? You look at NWA, like, not all of them wrote their rhymes. So it's like, why is it such a big thing now?
Well, I think me being a lyricist, because I mean I've always written my stuff and I've written stuff for other people as well. I think it's okay for sometimes people to write other rhymes for you if you're not talking about you. This is my life story. You know what I'm saying? If they writing you a hot party jam, hey, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, because not all these singers, they don't write all their material. They have people that's writing and stuff. They have people that produce it. The only thing that they come and do is they come in and perform it. They come in and sing the material. That's pretty much it.
Well, with R&B artists, it's kind of different to me. You get what I'm saying? Because R&B artists, they never really wrote all of their songs from the beginning. Like, rap was kind of like, that was kind of how it was brought up. You get what I'm saying? If you couldn't rap, you was whack. That's the way it was back in the day. Like, if your lyrics wasn't good, you wasn't good. But now it's like a combination of things. So it's like, hey, man, do how you do, to each his own. If you getting money, you feeding your family from it, I ain't gonna hate on you. That's never been my style. But you can't call yourself a better rapper than somebody who up there because you ain't writing all your shit.
Right. And that's exactly true. If you're not doing the whole thing all by yourself, there's no way that you can say, yo, I'm better than such and such. I mean, you may be better than such and such at maybe foosball or something like that. But as far as when it comes to...
You're a good song maker, but you can't call yourself a top lyricist.
And delivery. You know, listening to some of your stuff, you have a nice flow, you have a nice delivery, you have a nice complete package of everything that's going on. Like how did you... I know I asked you, but, you know, you have your influences, but still, it comes from within inside us too. So when you was just putting your style together, how was you feeling that you should sound?
When I first started making music, I was kind of following URL, you know, like battle rap, smack, all that. So I kind of was focused on like lyrics at first, so like my punchlines, my metaphors. But then I realized as I started to make songs, you got to sound better too. So it's like you can say the best shit in the world, but if it don't sound good coming out your mouth, nobody gonna fuck with it.
Right.
So I kept I started making my flow better, you know, whatnot. So I went step by step, you know, to be an all-around artist, because that's the only way you're gonna make it in the game. If you got everything, you can make an all-around package. So growing up, you know, I went from lyricism, then I started working on my flow, my delivery and whatnot. Then I just started to learn how to make a whole song as a whole, because it ain't just verses and hooks. You got to know how to put it all together to make it sound cohesive. And now here I am.
And as you can tell, you know, we're talking and we're having a good conversation. The language is coherent. It's not a bunch of what up, those. Because I also want to pinpoint something out too. This young man is in college. You know what I'm saying? He's also educated. He's also getting his education. He's not just trying to make it as a rapper, because he understands in life there are much more things to focus on, you know, than trying to be a rapper. You know, we have to have lives, we have to have a career. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the importance of education and the effect that education has on what you're doing, because, you know, you have to be smart, you have to be a businessman as well, because this is a business.
Yeah, definitely. What a lot of people tell me coming into this is like, all right, man, if you making it, you doing it big, you getting money, you got to know how to manage your money, because you can have somebody next to you, they may look like your friend, but they taking your money out. You see a shortage, and you hear a lot about that in the industry. Oh, I don't got my money right. So I kind of took it upon myself, you know, knowledge is power. You know, I felt like if I didn't know how to manage my money, if I got to that situation, or when I get to that situation, somebody could fuck me over. So I went to college, you know, got for marketing, doing accounting and whatnot, so I could just know the numbers perspective and know how to present myself. Coming where I come from, you know, I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to make it the way I am right now. So now it's time to work.
It's time to work, and that's very important, because not only do you need knowledge of your finances, but you also need knowledge of these contracts that people have you sign.
Definitely.
You have to be able to read through these contracts, you know, and see how much your manager is getting, and see how much, you know, the company is getting, and how much the advance is, and what you have to pay back. And if you don't cover what you're supposed to cover, your penalties and stuff, because these contracts, you know, it's not just like, okay, I signed Ed Cash to a 3-year deal. It's not like, it's a lot of stuff in there, you know. Sometimes you have to have a lawyer for your lawyer, you know what I'm saying? Because, definitely. I mean, it's very important nowadays, and, you know, we see it all the time, even with, you know, not even with all parts of the industry, with, you know, managers and so forth, and agents taking advantage of their clients, misrepresentation, and especially it happens a lot with family. So we have to be smart. We have to be educated. And we're going to talk a little bit more about education, because education is the key, is power. So what would you tell somebody about their education, furthering their education, you know, even if they want to be in this rap game, but just the importance of having an education?
I would tell somebody, no matter what you're doing in life, I would say, all right, go to college, but that isn't necessity, but that's a good way to maintain knowledge. But what I would tell you is knowledge is power. You know what I'm saying? The absence of knowledge is ignorance. The more shit you don't know, the more weaknesses you could have potentially. So if I know everything, not only with rap, not only with business aspect, just life and what's going around us, what happened before us, you know what I'm saying, the times we're in now. If you know everything that's going on and what's prevalent in society, then you're just gonna be a better person overall. You're gonna have the heads up. You're gonna have the next step on the other person.
Right.
In every aspect.
Man, he couldn't have put it better. You have to be well-rounded. You have to be aware. You have to be aware of your surroundings. I always tell my kids when we're out walking, and even I tell my friends, yo, be aware of your surroundings. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Not just who you around, definitely who you're around, but where you at. What's going on, you know what I'm saying? And even your surroundings, it doesn't even have to be a physical, it can be a mental too. You know what I'm saying? Be aware of, you know, what you're thinking about, how you're thinking about it, how you want to, you know, lay things out into a format that works best for you. You know what I'm saying? Man.
Shit is crazy.
Man, it's very deep, because, you know, you're a young black man, and I'm a young black man. I'm a little bit older than he is, but we're both, you know, we both face the same issues every day. You know,
Definitely.
We both face the same things as far as, you know, whether it's, you know, going through things in our crafts, you know, as far as you being a hip hop artist, me doing barbering, my men's grooming, or my acting. Different things that we run into. We have to have our mindset right, especially being, black in this industry. You know what I'm saying? We have to be so on point, and we have to be able to think and understand what's going on and what we need to do to take it to that next level, to not only make it better for us, but to make it better for the people that's, coming up underneath us as well. So where do you see yourself going in this industry? What would you like to do? And give me Ed Cash in 5 years, and then give me Ed Cash in 10 years.
Well, Ed Cash in 5 years, I say at least start my own label up, sign myself, open a couple businesses, get my feet in the game, get my feet wet, That's my goal definitely in 5 years. I definitely want to have my feet wet in the game. 10 years, man, that's a long time. So I can't tell you what I'll exactly be doing then, but I'll just hope to be a staple in the game, a staple in business. I just want to be seen as a model of a business person coming from the bottom. Anybody could do it and be just as high as the people that we don't even see or hear about.
Because it be those people that be behind the scenes.
That's running everything.
Them the people with the money right there. Them is the ones that we need to make friends with. Those people that's behind the scenes that, hey, being in the camera, being in front of the camera is cool, but I'm learning more of my directing, I'm learning more of my producing, my editing. You have to be well faceted in this industry. So I think you know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? I wanna hear some lyrics. Then we're going to talk a little more. Then we're going to give them some information before we get up out of here. So if anybody want to book Ed Cash for a show, you know what I'm saying, hit him up on Facebook. He's going to give you all of that. So,
Copy, listen, man. Instagram, @_Cash. Snapchat, @_Cash. Edwin Ortiz on Facebook, man. Add me, you feel me? I said, I came up, been broke. I ain't never have a lot. Stash box, loaded with hammers beside a padded lock. In the hood like ball, niggas shoot it or they pass the rock. Never question no nigga because I had it rough. Been there, pull up, let some clips there, skirt off the block. Hit the beach with Louis swimwear, addicted to cake. Talking shit just like I'm Ric Flair, flexing a Wraith. See them bitches point like him there, getting his cash, switching the dash. You ain't seen a stunner like me. Sneak this and made me go and take your wifey. Took her to the city just to sightsee, yeah. Now she watch me ball and call her Spike Lee. Whoa, ball and watch me front on these niggas. They like, word? I ain't get no love from these niggas. And now you hating, homie. You could try us if you want. We duct tape them, throw them in the foreign, trunk in the front. One shot, potato on the barrel, muffle the gun. The 40 melted nigga ribs like he stuck in the sun. Like nigga done did it. Young nigga done got it. Eddie Cash done data. Eating good, talking steak at Benihana. If you try and fuck with the team and talk proper.
There you have it. Eastside Harlem at its finest. That's how we doing it.
Eddie Cash, @_Cash, man. Holla at me. Instagram, Snapchat, all that.
And you have like a variety. Like you don't focus like on one thing. Like you come different, man. Like we gonna have him back, and we gonna have him perform so he can perform some of his joints, man. The beats and the delivery, man, is sick. Yo, let me ask you something. I saw Damian Lillard from the Portland Trail Blazers.
Yeah, he got bars, bro.
Yeah, he's got some bars, right? How you feel about that? First we had Shaq Fu. Then we had Kobe with my Adidas. I wonder how many albums that sold. Probably because it was Kobe. It probably went platinum anyway.
Him and Shaq had to go platinum.
You know what I'm saying?
Kobe and Shaq.
If you think about it, even though maybe the lyrics and the content of the album was not that good, that's a classic. That's a collector's classic.
Definitely, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could probably sell that on eBay right now for a couple thousand.
He the best sports rapper of all time, man. Who gonna
Lillard does have bars. So how you feel about some of these other, sports like?
To me, hearing Damian Lillard, I think out of everybody that played ball, he the best rapper. I heard Ron Artest. He came out with a couple tracks and whatnot. But he actually could rap. Like
shout out to Meta World Peace.
or shout out to him. But it sounded like before he played ball, like it sounded like he was writing music low key. Right. On his music shit, so I listen to all the songs he put out.
He is from QB. Shout out to Nas, you know what I'm saying? He is from QB, so he's
that might be why he had a little New York or a little East Side rap flowing him, you feel me?
And it's kind of like a lot of these, like Snoop used to play ball. 2 Chainz used to play ball. I remember when Master P was trying to try out for. Who was he trying to try out for? Was it the Hornets or something? I don't know. They gave him a little trial just because.
That's what it be in the hood though, man. It's like you either ball like in the hood like ball, niggas shoot it or they pass the rock, man. It's like that's the only two you feel like that's the only options coming from there. So it's like I play ball too, so.
and I'm glad you said that. I'm very glad that he said that. And let's touch on this. Even though we may come from the inner city and so forth, and it may feel like we are trapped in a maze that we can't get out. No, we do have other options. It's about just expanding your mind. You can easily get off of the block. There's so many programs here in New York City to go back for higher education, for anything. We don't have to, and like I said, I'm glad he said that because sometimes we do feel that only sports or entertainment is our way out. But hey, we got to look at it like this. Everybody not gonna make it. You may have a 10,000 rappers in that hood, and maybe one come out and maybe even do a minuscule something. You know what I'm saying? The odds are so great within this. But I'll tell you what the odds aren't great against: getting a good education. You don't have to pay for an education until you go to college. But if you're doing so good in high school, you don't have to pay for an education when you go to college. We have to start thinking, and especially now with so many things that we have going on in society now, as far as police brutality, police killings, domestic terrorism, international terrorism. I mean, it's this world right now. It's a really different entity, even than what it was 20 years ago. You know, I mean, it is really has changed. And so with technology and the world changing like that, we can't stay set in the same mindset. We have to continue to evolve our mindset as well. You know, we have to believe, man, when you go to school, there's nobody stopping you from learning in school except for you. You not wanting to go or you not paying attention. And don't. I've been a barber for a very long time, and I've cut kids from when they were youths coming up, you know, to being young adults and so forth. And I've actually spoken with some of them sometimes when they were getting ready to get out of high school or whatever. That was like, oh, you know, my boys, you know, they be joking on me because I got a job. Well, them ain't your boys if they joking on you because you got a job. You know, them ain't your boys. Your boys, they stand by you. They support you. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I tell all my niggas that, man. I be telling my friends, man, don't try to run the block, man. Let's run the world. Like, let's run the world. Because you fighting over 10 pieces of square turf, man. You ever saw the Warriors fighting over a measly 10
little turf.
Like, come on, man. We gotta do better because we make it out here. We come back, we help our community, and we help our families and our brethren eat. That's what it's all about.
Right. Because we don't own the block anyway.
Facts. And it's money, somehow, some way, the money going to disappear. You on the block, man, it's dirty money. So once it get caught, it's all over with. Then how you going to eat? It's like...
It can't be 50 dudes on the block all selling. Y'all all can't be selling on the block. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you have to... Man, I love my black people. I love the human race so much. You know what I'm saying? That... You know, issues like this, I want to see everybody do good. If everybody is doing good, then there's less time for hate. There's less time for violence. There's less time for the bullshit. Less time for the narcissism. Less time for anything that's negative. And it's all about being positive. And you know, we within ourselves have to have that outlook about becoming more positive with whatever we do, whether it's our craft, whether it's our person. We all have things that we need to work on. Ed Cash, man, go ahead, man, and give them your information one more time before we get on up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Young Cash. You want to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat is the same shit. @_Cash with 2 D's, EDD_Cash. Add me on Facebook, Edwin Ortiz, man. Holla at your boy.
Man, holla at your boy, man, and holla at me, Ed. Yo, I'm glad that you could come down and be a guest, man. This is a talented young brother. You know what I'm saying? And I know his family. He has a great family. Good people. You know what I'm saying? Good peoples. I've known him for years. You know what I'm saying? I definitely had to have him come down to be on the show. Yo, and Thank you to you guys for watching and supporting the show. And don't forget to come support the Handsome Good Grooming Hair Studio located at 142 East 27th Street, Suite 1A, private grooming facility. Set your appointment 917-208-1280. Right there on the bottom, handsomegoodgrooming.com. You know, that's how we doing it big. We're going to do everything big, and we're going to do everything positive, because that's the only way that I really like to do it. So I'd like to shout out to everybody, my mama, my daddy. I love y'all both. My kids, they just started back school. Shout out to your moms, man. Shout your peoples out, man.
Love you, man. Shout out my son Reem. He couldn't make it here today. Shout out my son Lou Will, Rob Fax. Oh, yeah, man. We coming for it.
Man, this is what we doing. We here at MNN Studios. We on the Actors Cut with HUBERT GUY. I got my host, my main man. That's me. I said my host. Talking about my guest, Ed Cash. And once again, I thank you for coming down.
Thanks, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And just,
Easy,
I think we got maybe about a minute left or something, man. Just go ahead and spit us out, man. We gonna go out the break like this. The Actors Cut with HUBERT GUY, my man Ed Cash. He gonna rhyme.
I said I'll pull up with my brothers. I'm lit and I'm with whatever. Gucci and Margiela. I see him and know they jealous. I ain't nigga. It sent a message. Frontin' I do never. You could tell I'm doing better when I pull up in a Range Rover. Probably with your main hoe. If a nigga talking real crazy, I'll let the thing go. I ain't never changed though. Always with the same bros. Rolling up some strong. Side will be my cologne. Really, I'm in my zone. Where my niggas gotta get it. Trying to flip it to a Bentley. Started with a Honda Civic. I ain't with it just to stay the same. Pave a lane with my niggas trying to change the game. Tell me, could you say the same? Probably not. I'll be in the car with your bitch. Pull up with the phone. Ha! You feel me? All right, yo, cop the mixtape, man. The Arrival coming soon. Make it hot, man.
Well, what's the mixtape called again?
The Arrival, The Arrival.
The Arrival coming soon. Holla at your boy, HUBERT GUY, the Actors Cut right here. Ed Cash,
Eddie Cash.
East Harlem. We in the building. We will see you when we see you. When you see us on the street, put some respect on our name.
Facts. All three of y'all, man.
Holla at your boy. Peace. Even if we ain't good, we may have some more time. This is how we do it. We walk it off the set like this. Yeah, I dropped the microphone on you. Harlem, Battle Creek, Michigan. Let's go.
Yeah.
Ed Cash me mugger real quick while we walk up out of here.